Have you seen? Two small project will be given 20 marks, 10, or I can give you only one project. For the assignment 2, very small assignment, 2 assignments for 20 marks, and midterm exam, that will be also assignment, because we cannot go for face-to-face written exam. And the final exam will be a project. The final exam will be a graphical user interface project, seems like, okay, with a business scenario. You have to complete that scenario. You have to design the class diagram, like the making relationship with the classes. Then you have to implement in a graphical user interface.
Excuse me, sir. So we have done our quiz. So quiz is assignment or is another part of that?
Yeah, that will be assignment. One of the any assignment will be there. The project cannot be a quiz, at least.
All right, sir. So now we have only 3: project 1, final exam, and also midterm exam.
Yeah. I will give you a very small assignments. Okay, so don't worry about this one. Very easy. Within the whatever I have completed, that will be easy to complete the assignment. Okay, let's start, because today's I will cover the arrays, Java array, as well as the collection framework. It's the advance of the array. The collection framework is like it's a different dimension of arrays. What is basically array? Can you explain, anyone, with the knowledge of our previous semester's experience? What is array?
Array is collections, is like a sequence of we can call it as data.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why.
It was a similar type of data, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that is our main concern. It was a similar type of data. But in the collection framework, within the object-oriented paradigm, we can put multiple types of objects in our collection framework. But before going to that collection framework, basically this is my target today. But the array, I just go through the array. I'm not showing you any code because it's very easy, because you know very well. So normally an array is a collection of similar type of elements which have a continuous memory. Most important thing is now is a similar type of data, and it should be a continuous memory inside the RAM. The continuous memory, okay. Java array is an object because of this object-oriented technology we are using. So Java is also an array, also an object which contains elements of a similar data type. Okay, same. Additionally, the elements of an array are stored in the continuous memory location. It's the same. Okay, it's a data structure so far. Okay, C++ and everything maintain this. Okay, you just go through these slides by yourself. If you have any confusion in previous semesters, you can go everything. But this is also you have covered. Array starts with 0 locations, that is called index. Index starts from 0 to the size, basically. If it is the length of 10, that means 0 to 9, it indicates this array. And each and every index can have the same data type stored. Then it's all right. What's the advantage? The code optimization. It makes the code optimized, because I can put only one name with a different storage. For the same type of multiple storage, I can put only one name, so that it will be a little bit handy. It can have random access. That means I can read the data by using the index number, so that I cannot go through the path from 0 to 9. I can go exactly to the location I am asking for. Understand? This is the advantage. But what is the disadvantage? As a disadvantage, only one is a size limit. If we want to declare an array, I need to fix the size first, so that the memory allocation will be confirmed. Look at how much memory you will require. Dynamically, you cannot change the memory size or the cell size of the array. That was most disadvantages. Let us see what Java do for us. Is there any dynamic way of increasing the size of array, like we have the limitation with C? Let me check. The collection framework is used in Java, which grows automatically. So it's a tremendous tools for us. It's a good news for this new paradigm. So you know very well that Java has two types of arrays. Also in C, it's a single dimension and multi-dimension. How many dimensions? A single dimension, only single. Then the multiple dimension means maybe 2 dimension, maybe 3 dimension, 4, 5, 7 dimension. You can enjoy the dimension whatever you like. This is the single dimension examples, the data type with this array square bracket. The syntax is it's a name array equal to new. It's a new data type. That means the syntax is because of the object. Object is always created by new operator. What is the purpose of new? Can you recall what is the purpose of new? Anyone?
Just call the object.
No, to allocate the memory for this object.
Oh, right.
That means when I declare a class variable, isn't it? Like a student Gulam, it's not creating any memory location in your RAM. It's only a declaration in one memory in Java and called a stack. But when you use the new keyword with the constructor, it will create an object in your RAM in the heap memory. How much memory it will occupy depends on your instance variable size. That how many variables you have, and how many, like for integer 4 byte, for each character 1 byte. That we have already learned from the structure in C, isn't it? The size of the object will be defined by the instance variable of that class. Then when you declare a variable, it will not occupy any memory in the RAM, in the heap memory. But when we use this new with the constructor method, it will allocate a memory inside the RAM. So now you see, for the array also I will use new operator. What is called new? New will be created a size of the same data type inside the memory. Let me see the example.
Sir, I have a question. If the new is for location the memory, so which one is for create the object?
And this is the creating the object. Without creating the memory location, the object will not be created. Like you want to build a chair. So you need to have a space for that. Otherwise, how can you put the chair?
Oh, yes, sir. That means it's both side.
Yeah, both sides.
Create,
That means
create the memory
creating.
location and also create
Yeah.
the point. Got
You
it.
see, when a baby born in mother's womb, maybe I'm feeling like that. It's not taking any space in the world. It's it's in the womb that is the variable. When it born a new baby, so the baby as a new baby, when new baby comes, it will it will have a certain space in our planet. Understand? So that means when you use the new keyword, the object will be created and automatically it will require a memory location. Otherwise, how can you create? So creating object is not only just creating and then you will giving by allocate space later on. No, when you create automatically in the space, it will be created in the space in the RAM. Otherwise, there's no creation. Is how you are created, but you are not getting any space in the world. Then are you there? How you been created then? So this is a example of array. Like I declare a variable integer type. This is the array variable equal to new operator with integer and giving the size. That means if I declare this one only this portion, if I declare only this portion, like without this one, it will declare a variable, but it will not creating the memory location. Okay, so when you create the memory location, you have to put the new operator. New operator. Then as it is, whatever we have learned in C is almost same. No other way. So I'm not going to show you the code in my IDE. Rather, you will code by yourself. Then you can declare initialization and instantiation at the same time using this curly braces with the value that we have already learned in C also, isn't it? So it's almost same. That means by declaring this line, it will declare a variable as an array, and this right side is called instantiation with the new operator, instantiation's initialization also. So that it's very easy to understand, okay, how many size of this array? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 size. With the value also. Same like C. Then passing array to a method in Java, that is very tough in C. That was very tough in C, If you go for creating any method and sending any array variable inside the method parameter, you will find that, okay, nothing will become, only the address of the array. No, all the value will come with the array. But in Java is a very handy. I can pass, this is the main method. You can pass an array type variable, the integer type array variable, and I'm calling this one from here. See, creating this array data and sending this A, that means it will go inside this method what is an array, and you can traverse by using this variable as it is, but transferring the array to a method parameter. It was very tough because when you go for this array length in C, it will not come. The array size, it will only see only the one variable. If you recap this one, you can code the same code in C platform, then you will find a problem. The data will not come. then in that case we have to send the size also, how much size of this array you have. You have to send the parameter here, another parameter, the length of the array, so that this length automatically get the length Java, but C cannot.
So that time in C we use size of array. So
Yeah, size of array, but when you send this array, this parameter, the size will be 0. Understand? There is no size. Maybe only the one cell size. In that case, the problem was solved by the C programmers. You have to send the size of the array. I have declared here the array in C, and I know the size now. If you count the size by A now, it's okay because it's from this variable is located here. When you transfer here, and you will receive here, I will see that no length is there, only the address is coming, only the address. No, nothing, the array will come. So in that case, I need to prepare another variable like the size of the array. In that time, I can put the length, so that basically the memory location we have the data in C. But I don't know the size of the array because I cannot transfer the whole array inside the method in C programming. But in Java, it's built in. Now, let's go anonymous array. It's like the anonymous object also. You see here, I have created an anonymous array. There is no name. There is no name of this variable. I just create with a new nothing and then sending the value. Exactly, we can do for in any object, anonymous object. I will show you when I go for the collection framework. I'll use the anonymous object. There will be no name. That means student Golam equal to new student. Only I will start from new student, no name. Understand? So that object will be created with no name. This is called anonymous. Other than everything okay. Then returning array from the method. That means you can return an array also. You see, I'm just returning a new array, creating array here. This get method will transfer the integer array. So when I take see when I this one where is the this the get method. When I get, I will call the get, automatically it will return the new array. This array will be initialized and instantiated here and sending the object. And I'm receiving this object here. I'm receiving this object in this variable. As similar that, okay, if I declare array equal to new integer size, this type of things. The same thing you can return array object. So from the class, from the method. Then multi-dimension is the same. It will by this way. This is the 2-dimension array, 3 by 3 column that you have learned already in C. It's the similar. When for the 2-dimension, how many loops I need to accumulate to display the 2-dimensional array? How many loops? One loop inside another loop. When you go for the 3-dimension array, how many loops we require?
3.
3. And obviously that 3 should be the nested loop, not a separate loop, like a loop inside another loop inside another loop. 3. Okay, is the same. Then jagged array is this new one. You cannot do by C programming. The jagged array, jig-jag. It's called jig-jag array, jagged array. What is that? If we are creating the odd number of columns, a 2D array, it is known as jagged array. Odd numbers means it's not the evenly distributed numbers. Like for the first dimension, for the two-dimensional array, in the first 0 point, I will have a 2-size array. For the second index, like array 1, you will have another array size maybe 3. For the index number 2, you will have another array like size can be 5. That means that the size of the inside the size of the inside array will be vary. It's called jagged array. You see the example. I'm giving the output from it. It's a 3 size. This one. This is the 4 size. This is the 2 size. This is 3, 4, and 2 size array. So within the same array, how to do? It's one thing you just have to create. This is the 2-dimensional array, but I didn't define the last one. It's open because I don't know how many size of this array here. If I put 3, then 3 by 3 matrix will be even size of this array. If I put 3 here, it will be a 3 by 3 matrix. But when I will create dynamically for those data, okay? For the 0 position, like for here, the 0 position, it will create a 3-dimension, 3-size array. And this 0 position, okay, this is the 0 position, this is 1, this is 2. When I create the 3, that means this is 0, 1, and 2. When I create the 4 size, this is 0, 1, 2, then 3. And when it's put 2, this is 0 and 1. So dynamically, I can allocate the memory of inside the 2-dimensional array. So this is called jagged array. That means you have to declare in this way, and you can also traverse by using the length variable. It will be okay. So just you go for this code by yourself and test it. Not now. After that, jagged array. Do you have any question up to that?
So, sir, what will be the array length for this?
The first array length is fixed. This is 3. But the inside the array, dimension 2, you see there is no size. You can create the inside the dimension, you can create dynamically by using here the new. When you create the new, you have to create the next size. See the 3, 4, 2, you can put here. But when you declare the primarily, you have to declare the first dimension. Then this is the row. Basically, this is the row. The row you have to define first. But the column, how many columns you will have, that can be vary, and you can create dynamically. Even if you omit this one, and if you create by yourself inside the loop, when the loop will be created, the first time you will fix the size. Then the second loop will be automatically what you have given the size. It's just off here for getting input. For getting input, at that time you can define. Here, every line is here. After this, the first line, you can declare the new just between this line. In that time, you can scan your size from the user and put yourself. You can fix the size dynamically. That will be a short assignment for that. Oh, so far, have I shown you scanning user input?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, okay. Today, just I forgot about this. So it's very, very easy, but you have to see what is it. Or
One
you
more
have
thing, sir.
already learned. Eh? Have you already
In
learned?
no, not yet, sir.
Okay, okay. Oh,
But in
Askal learned.
multi-time,
Askal communicated me that the scanner, he completed the scanner. So before going to the collection framework, I will just inform me that or make me remember to show you the scanning user data. Okay, then it's not required. You can go for practice. That's the class name of the array. Basically, will show the class name of the Java array. Then copying array. You can copy to another array. This is the copy from. So one variable is copied from. It's called character type array, and you can copy two variables. The size is 7 only. So copy 2 from copy from like from this variable. This is the copy from. The data is stored here, and when you array copy, this is the method already built in method. Okay, array copies. This is the array copy. This array copy, you have to just put the variable here, and you fix the size from which one. 0, 1, 2. That means 2 is C. From C, copy to 0 position. That means from here, it is 0 to 7. That means 0 to 7 means from 2 to how many? Like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up to this. It will be copy to this variable. So this is the copy of copy to. Then cloning array. This is the cloning. Basically, you can clone this one, the array, and this is the clone, array clone. That means you will create another array with the array, the same array. So that you can, and it's introduced only another array like loop. It will be array like loop. I will show you in collection framework so that it will be easy for the array loop. This is another for loop, but it is called for each array. So this is the multi-dimensional. Okay, let's do a code some little bit for the jugged array. So that whatever I'm telling for the jugged array. Let me start. No. So for this array, I'm just changing this code in because of jugged array should be the 2-dimensional. It is one for int, sorry, for maybe 3. Then another is open-ended. Now I will not create here, okay? For another variable, loop within this loop, sorry, for int I equal to 0, then I less than arr dot a length. Then I plus plus. Okay. Then go for normally what basically we do in the j, then j less than what? Less than arr of this, sorry, arr I. This is the upper boundary. Dot length. Then j plus plus. For this, okay. So thing is, if you want to get scanning the data, like for it's automatically sending the data by counting plus plus, incrementing. But I will use for user input for here. So that how much? Oh, I put j here. Okay, no. I. J should be 0. Okay. So what can I do? I can do for ARR for this I position, and this way I can put how much? This is new int maybe 3. Okay. So that means sorry, new what is called, sorry. Okay. So what basically I have done here, for the first array of, that means first row, the 2-dimension array represents the row and column. The first dimension is always a row. For the, when I equal to 0, that means for the 0 row, I will create by allocate the second dimension, 2-dimension, this column. How many columns I will require? 3 columns. So I can declare here. One another thing I can do for you, I can create a scanner first, okay? SCANNER. Scanner is a class basically to get user input. The scanner is we use the scanf. Scanf in C, but now you put the user input. Okay, and maybe is the input equal to new scanner. New scanner, and I will say system dot in. That means it will be in stream. This way, just I will declare. I'm getting the scanning from the that is input bound. So this input variable now you can use like scanning from the user. user keyboard. So what I will do, I will declare what is called, I will declare integer size, that is called column size. I will put 0 first. Then the call should be input dot. I said the next int. I will put the next int. That means it will prompt me to give the size of the column. So I can show you sys out for user prompt. I will tell enter column size. Enter column size. Then you can take input so that you can fix size with this column, and I will put this column here. Okay, COL. That means dynamically I am asking user, okay, for the first row, how many columns you require? Understand? For the first row, I'm asking user, okay, tell me how many size of the columns you will require for that. For the first row, that is the row number 0. And after that, inside the array, I can take input from the user. Okay, give this value. Okay, if I have given the size of the array, now set the value of the array. So each and every cells I can put the size, the value of the array. So what I need to do, I need to prompt user. Okay, sys out. I will tell user enter value of where? Value of ARR. Value of ARR. First value. Then I can go for input again. What should be the value? That means ARR. This I will put I, then put J, isn't it? Each and every cells I will put the value. What will be the value? Value exactly I will take from input again. Input dot next int, like I'm getting the integer type value. So this way you can create the size of the array, and you can also get value from the user for this array. That's totally dynamically I can create this array, isn't it? But at first, this is the limitation. At first, you have to set the row size, or you can go for this. Okay, first you take input from the user. How many rows you require? Before creating this array here, okay, you can take input. Okay, how many rows you require? That way you also do totally dynamically size of array by using the user input. But the thing is, if the same thing I want to show you, otherwise you cannot feel that okay, it's running, isn't it? So what I need to do, I will copy this whole array. Okay, copy this one. No. For this copy, I will copy this one, and I will remove these all only for showing. Only for showing. But I need to print here. Okay, I need to print this out. Then I will print only, nothing else. I will print. only this print. But after that, I will put some space, so that it will be not exactly side by side. Then I can make a make a new line. How to do? Is there any /n? No, you just printed this only, nothing. It will be a new line automatically. So I just want to run this code now for you. Hey, see, welcome. And it prompts me, so what is the size of the array? I will put 3, okay. Enter the value. I will put first time, okay, 10, then 11, then 12. Now again the size, enter the size. I will give the 4 size, then 2, 0, then 2, 1, then 2, 2, then 2, 3. Okay, then another size. Okay, I'll give the 2 size, then 3, 0, then 3, 1. You see why this is happening? All the way is coming through this new line, new line, new line. What can I do? I can put at least this, not print ln, only print, so that side by side it will come. So then you can run again. You can run again. The size maybe 3, then 1, 2, 3, then size 4, then 4, 5, 6, 7, then put 2, then 8, 9. You see now it's okay. Understand or not?
So what was the difference, sir, between print ln and print?
Print is like no new line. ln means line.
Oh, I see.
ln means line. It's a totally meaningful name. I told you that should be a meaningful name. Some programming language use the print line total. So is it tough, Pascal? Not easy.
Well, since we have already learned it in last semester, and I tried to learn again about this, it's not that easy to understand. I mean, it's not that hard. Sorry.
It's hard.
No, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
I can see.
But I'm just recalling you. But new thing is a jugged array. They're dynamically setting the size, nothing else. But all a two-dimensional array you have already covered by, the very tough programming language, like the tough algorithm you have solved by creating a star, using star, diamond, so many things you have practiced for algorithmic brain. But now just the new feature is called coming through this new operator. Anytime I can create the new size so that it will be a jugged array like. And for other students, not Askal, because Askal already covered the scanner. Do you have any question like scanning? Please share the code. Okay, Chayo, I will share later. Do you have any question like with a scanner? Because a scanner is very short example I'm giving you for the scanner. You can practice for different values like string. Okay. Then the array, the foundation of array is covered almost. Now I will go for collection framework. Before that, if you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will go to the collection framework slides first. Oh, before that, I'm just giving you the different way of looping, for the array. What array basically? I will show you. Not this one. I'm showing you from different way of looping. From different way of looping. What is called? I'm telling you. ARR, sorry, it's a int I colon ARR. That is why not? Not like this. Let me. What's the problem with this? ARR should be what? I'm just It's an array, but why not? It's so line is okay. Okay, this syntax I will show you for this collection framework, not here. I for the collection framework later. Then I will show my slides for collection framework and okay. Then go for collection framework. Okay. This is the huge library in Java. It's a built-in collection framework for the arrays of objects. Array of objects. Not for only the integer types. You can put the array of objects. So what basically the collection framework? The collection framework is a framework. It's called a framework. Why it's called framework? Because the framework already done by it's a easy to understand, easy to manipulate, easy to use. That's why it's called a framework. Already the work is in a frame, though, so that it will be very easy to handle. Not critical stuff. This is called framework. that provides an architecture to store and manipulate the group of objects. That means the collection of objects. We give give you that the collection of integer values. You can create collection of string. So in that case, we need to use the collection of objects. Like I have 15 students. 15 students means the collection of students. Collection of a group of students. So Java collection can achieve all the operations that you perform on a data, such as searching, sorting, inserting, manipulating, deleting. So many operations you can put within this collection framework on your collection of objects. So Java collection means a single unit of objects. The collection is a single unit. You can use the single unit, so that you can use traverse, go inside the list of the students, and you can call any student's name, variable, and any other things, methods, using traversing to the list of the students. So Java collection framework provides many interfaces. Now you see the interfaces required. Many interfaces like set, list, queue, dequeue, and the classes like array list, vector, linked list, priority queue, hash set, and linked hash set, tree set, so many things. But I will not cover everything for you. For your learning, the first cycle learning, I will cover the array list. Array list, vector you can use, but most of the array list will be usable for your projects and any other stuff. Then the collection represents a single unit of objects as a group, but that tells you that it provides a ready-made architecture because of framework. It's a built-in framework. That way you don't need to create by yourself. It's a ready-made. It represents a set of classes and interfaces, and it is optional. Then collection framework represents a unified architecture for storing and manipulating a group of objects that has what? Interfaces that we have learned already, interfaces. And its implementation, that is in class. It's already built in the framework, and they have also algorithm so that you can use it. Okay, I will go to this one. This is the most important architecture. This is the java.util package. You will find it java.util package. You see in my where is my cursor? Okay, you see Java util package. Inside the util package, you have scanner class. So Java also use this one. So the util package contains this type of the interfaces. The blue color is the interface, and the green color is class. That means class can be used for our purpose. Then this is the collection interface framework. We have the methods. Then this is there is other methods also. 19 methods we have the collection framework. We can use it. Then we have the iterator interface for iterating the data. I will show you the code so that it will not be big deal. It's not theory total, just I'm going through very fast. And the collection interface we have is, I'm just going from this side. you see this one, the list, you just introduce with this code. First one is iterable. That means iterable means what is iterated. What can be iterated? That means a list of students can be iterated from 1 to 20, from 0 to last one. You can iterate. That is iterable. Iterable is an interface. That there should be some methods. The collection framework also the interface, and this interface inherits the iterable interface. And the collection framework has 3 different interface. That means the list is inherited from collection, and the collection is inherited from iterable. So that means in this channel, the list is also inherits the iterable. List is also interface, but now the array list. This array list implements list. Array list implements the list. The list, what is list? List should have some functionality. That is the abstract functions, abstract method. And that array list basically implements those abstract method in this class. And this way, the same, the linked list, the vector, the stack, even the queue, all are implemented this array list, this list interface. And ArrayQ also use this DQ interface, and DQ interface is coming from Q interface. So, and you see the last one, the set. This is the set mathematics we have. The set interface is coming from the collection interface, and the set interface is implements in a hash set and the linked hash set, and the set interface also inherits by the sorted set, and the tree set is implements the sorted set interface. This is the framework we have. It's a built-in framework for the collection. This is the collection framework. So I will use this list interface because that it's a array type, a list interface. So list interface can have 4 different class. What is that class? Array list, linked list, vector, and stack. So we'll go for the example. What is called? Now, you see the array list is a list, but its list is a string type. So it is a type casting list. I can put a string, I can put integer here, you see. So I am creating an array list that is type of a string. If I say an object like a class, that means it will create that type of objects, the list of objects I'm showing you in the code. Okay, I'm showing you in the code. I'll send you this code so that you can just copy this one to the classroom one. Sample code was called array. Inside the array materials, I'm giving you this code, okay? But I need to upload in the notepad first. It was jugged again. Jugged. Why? Okay, I'm just. Where's the file? I'm just uploading this one first. Where is my jugged? Okay, I have uploaded the Jagdare code in Classroom so that I'm just removing this one from. I'll just remove this code from here. Okay, now. First one, array list. Array list, L-I-S-T. Is control spacebar. It automatically imported. It will be automatically imported from the array list. Is it Java, then util, then array list. I can remove this one. I don't need the scanner now. So it shows us. It shows us the entity type. So what I need to do, I just put any type, a string type. This now the array will be string type. So I'll put str, strings. It's the name of the variable. Then I will create new array list. New array list. And this should be, this is the typecasting, so I need to put string here also. Then, okay. Now I have created a string of array. You can create integer also. So no matter what basically you will create, the type you have to send it here. Okay, nothing else. Okay, now what is the beauty to set the value to this array? What is called ASPRS dot add. You see, add is a method for the array list that is implemented from the list. So you can put your name here. Maybe Ahio. And I can then Eka and Golam. But I have already assigned. I gave the input to that array. That means I have added some string to my array list. Now, for string s colon strs. See, now it's okay. So this is the new dimension of for loop. What I need to do? S out. S. That means automatically the data what I have added, it will come out. Okay. So see, easy to handle, isn't it? Okay, I can add any number of any number of values. Huh? Easily. How many? I don't know. How many you need to add? So you can put any number of. Have you done it? Isn't it very handy? Even in the loop, you see, the loop also very handy. Huh? Because this is the, I didn't declare anything special like how many cells we have from 0 to the index number. The syntax is very easy to understand, isn't it? What basically I given here, this is my array. And I declare a variable here. What type of variable? The string type. Because the array will give each and every iteration will give us the string. So if I want to change like this to integer, what will happen? It will also should be integer. Now it's an error because I have given like 10, then I will then I want to make RAM because of this is not you see it's integer. What is called? Okay. So that means, you know, see the array we have handled before. That was, oh no, so many things I need to do. But now it's very handy. You just need to know, okay, I need to add more and more data. Now, see, if I want to use like students, okay? Oh, fine. So I want to add, you see, the student does not match because of the value is not like a student. So what I can do, I will create a new student. This is anonymous student. I didn't put any name. So a student may have the constructor, parameter constructor, maybe value this Jayadan. I need to see basically what the constructor we have. Let me check the student. Okay. Oh, so many things that's why, you know. Student ID, name, university program, so many things, student ID also. So what I need to do, I need to I need to check again why this. Yeah. Then student ID. Okay. Okay. Then student ID 1001. Then AIU. Then CCSE. Oh, now it's okay. So I can create multiple students. Then 2, then 3, then Pika, have different ID, then Mansoor. Okay. Now I have created 3 students and adding to my array. That is, array name is STRS. Okay. So now it's a problem with this one. Okay, I put the student here. Now a student will be object. Huh? So if I run it, you see. Oh, nice. How come this S is equal to what? I want only print S. How come this all the value comes from the class with the value? How come? Anyone?
Sorry, sir.
Anyone? I just print S. S is an object of the student. Now I selected this println S. So why is coming so many information?
Because you
Yes.
put all the information in that parameter, right?
Yeah, I have put the parameter. I created the student object. It's an anonymous object. I might have created a different object before that, then I can add it one by one. But rather I just create on the fly. It's a new student because I don't want to put any student variable name. But when I extract from the asterisk string, I should have the similar name should be there, students, students, not strs. Or you can create a student list. Seems like that. But my question was, this is the student S is a variable of student class. That means it is an object of the student S. Now I have declared because on the fly the loop automatically the S will be one the S will be for the first student is Zayadan, then second loop the S will be Pika, then the third loop when the S will be Mansoor automatically. So that is not Mansoor, basically the Mansoor's object. S will be the Mansoor's object, but that is an anonymous. But my question was, I have print only the S. Why coming everything? I didn't put S dot get name. If I put the get name, then what will be happen? It will be print only the name, extracting from the name. But if I omit this method, only I just want to print the S. S means the object. How come everything is coming? Who tell us? Who giving the data, all the data inside the S?
Is that from the student's class?
Yeah. From a student class, then which one provide me this data? because I'm not getting.
From constructor.
Constructor is initializing only. Only initializing. Constructor is also two things constructor is perform. One is creating the object, another is initializing the object. If you give the parameter value. This is the purpose of the constructor. But how to get the data by only the printing the object? Yes. Who is providing this data ready-made?
Because we import
What?
the student class.
Yeah, I am obviously I need to declare a student class import, but which basically giving me the S inside the S. How can I define? Okay, the student, third bracket, then student ID is equal to this. Where is for another person is going last at in the last, the person is ID and name.
For loop.
For loop is giving 3 for loops, like the 3 iteration I have. That's why each iteration I'm printing S. But my question is, who is providing this detailed data inside the S? Which method? Because specifically, if I want to print the name, that you can put the S dot get name, S dot university name, S dot ID student ID. You can get this type of things, huh? But when I didn't define anything, only S. So who is providing the data?
Array list.
No, that already you learned before, This is the array list I'm showing you, but you have already seen. I'm showing you that, okay, this is the toString method. Where is the toString? This one. ToString method is a powerful method, is coming from the parent super parent object. Super parent class is called the object. And it is overridden, So I'm defining here, okay, without calling this method, automatically it's invoked by object name. If you want to print the object, automatically this is the ready-made, okay. This is the ready-made that Java knows, okay, how can I print the object? If I don't have this method, what will be happen, I just omit this one. What will be happen then if I want to print this method, if I run this again? What will be happen? What basically S will print? So you have to play around with this code and you will find so many things, then that is basically learning. So run it first, okay? See? Only the person. Why person? There is no toString inside the student. That's why it's going to its parent. And parent has its own toString method. So go to there. I'm showing the person. Where is my person class? I'm going to be, okay. Now see, there is a toString also. Now if I omit this one also, what will be happen for S now? What will be happen? Now any idea?
Only ID.
Only which ID? Number, student ID or the person ID?
Person ID.
No, it will be a ID of the object. This will be the internal ID of the object. This is basically allocates in the class memory from this ID, you know, the student at the rate in the memory location. You see the hexadecimal number. Got my point? Great. Jubiri also understood. Huh? Jubiri, how are you? The ambassador of Professor Yunus.
I'm fine, sir.
Alhamdulillah. You should say Alhamdulillah, not fine, okay?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Fine.
Yeah. I'm expecting from you Alhamdulillah, not fine. Then you feel like I feel that the collection framework is very lucrative for you now, isn't it? Is easy to understand or feeling little bit difficulty?
Somehow is a little bit easy because a lot of things we already learned, so it helping us now to understand.
That's why I have covered the interface. Now I'm using the interface, okay? What I need to do, it's a nice thing now for you using my interface. I will create I have where's my interface? Where is my, this is my interface. I have some class I have built, like the shape is interface. Shape is an interface. I put it two different abstract class. One is draw, another is get area. That means whoever will implement the shape interface in its class, obviously those class must implement these methods. Understand that so far, you know. So I have created the circle class. So that circle class implements the shape method, shape interface. That means, you know, the shape interface, you have two different, draw and get area. Get area is its implemented methods of shape interface. So what I have done for the get area, you see the area will be different from circle to rectangle, isn't it? So I have defined the get area method like pi into radius, that is pi r square. So in the shape, you see in the shape I have the pi is a final variable, that is the constant, and I have the get area method. Then go to the rectangle class. Also the same. I have implemented the shape interface here, and see the get area. Get area is nothing but length multiplied by width. So what I have done, I have created one constructor like length and width for the rectangle, and for the circle I have created a constructor, only the radius and the center point. Nothing but I will use later on the center point, but radius is most important for the getting area. Okay, so thing is that I have created some points. Some points means the center point is a class of center. I'm not discussing now right now this point. So I will declare another constructor not using the point. I will not drawing anything. So this will be omitted. Only 4. Okay, this will be omitted. Not so much code. So I will use this radius for getting area, the calculating the area. What I will do, I will create some objects. I'll create some objects like CIR, CLE, okay, C1. I'll put C1 equal to new circle. Using the radius. Radius may be 10, okay. I will create another rectangle, RECTANGLE, GLE, okay. Rectangle R1 equal to new rectangle. Rectangle has 2 dimensions like length. Length may be 20, then 30. Okay. Then how can I put two different circle and rectangle inside one array list? If I create multiple circle with the multiple circle with different ID, like this is 3, no matter how many circle you can create, this is maybe 20, then 30, okay. Then I can easily create the array list of circle. Then go for circle. And you call this circle, okay? CIRCLE, circles. So I can copy this one. I will omit. No, I will omit this. Z. Okay. Then circles dot add. What can I do? Add C1 because I have already created. Then C3, then C2. This way you can also create your own circle because I created first, then I put it here. I might put this new circle here inside this add method. Just I'm showing you what can be done. Circle C circles. Then I can put C dot get area. What will happen? How many is? I don't know. Get area for the circles only 2. Why is 2? Oh, sorry. Why is 2? I'm feeling like okay, what I did mistake. Now it's okay. as it is before the student I have covered, okay? But now, see, if I want to do the rectangle for rectangle, how can I do? Then you can change this rectangle again. Huh? So one thing I can do, I can create shape. I can create shape. S-H-A-P-E. A shape. Because the shape is the interface. I will put shape here. See, the shape is there. The circles, or I'll put the shape. S-H-A-P-E-S, shapes. So I will do this, sorry. This, then shapes. Then I will put S-H-A-P-E-S, okay. So if I call the shape dot get area, it will be solved. Same thing, you see, I'm running. Same thing, no matter. So that means now I a little bit different way of doing things. I'm doing the interface. I'm using interface because the circle is interface. That's why it's not getting problem. But even if I want to get another add method with R1, see, with R1, no matter, it will be okay. But the thing is, if I run the code, what will happen? See, the 600 is multiplied by 23, 20 and 30. The shape is calculating by this, the last one is for the rectangle. So what you learn from here, I can use the interface, and within the interface, the implemented class objects can be added in your array list. Got my point? Anyone respond, please? Okay, great. Do you have any question? No. Then you can practice on how many? You can practice on array list. And one another thing, I'm giving you the examples. Like if I put the list, not array list, you see, put the list, because list is an interface. From QTL, okay. It's almost same because the shape, it's implemented the shape in my circle and rectangle. Same thing, the array list is implementing the list interface. So it will be the same again. So that inside your list, you can use array list, you can use what is called the linked list. For the list, I'm creating the list, whether it is array list or linked list or vector or stack, whatever I can do, but list is list. So I can transfer the list only. So more handy then. So now you can practice these data, this way of, the linked list, another example, almost same, but I have using the different way of rendering. This is iterator. This is already defined. You can practice on that also. The same thing, but the iterator is 3 different methods you have. More handy, but you have to create the iterator object with the list. You have the iterator. That means iterator means it's a looping thing. So you can put the while inside the while, this iterator inside the Basically, this is the list. The list will be the iterator. Then if this ITR, the iterator object, and iterator dot has next, and iterator dot next means the data. Has next means is telling us, okay, do we have any item in the list? Oh, is to the has list. If it's go has list, we go to the inside the loop. Others not has any element, go out. So this way, basically, the iterator is doing is code. Basically, you can see this iterator is this one. This iterator is the has next. The next is basically returning the value and the element, and the remove means you can remove from the list. Otherwise, it's same. You can use the iterator. You can use the for each loop, for each array that I have already shown you in the code. And the vector also, vector, the same architectures you have, the vector and the stack. But a stack is different, some algorithm is different. But inside the algorithm, they maintain their own, but we don't need to know the algorithm, because there is sorting algorithm, there is a searching algorithm, there is a queuing algorithm, stacking algorithm. So they have their built-in algorithm, and we will just use it. Okay. So practice those things, and you have to submit for the tutorial these 4 examples by your own, not using this string. You have to use the class, your own class. Like I have given you the student class. I have given the circle class using the interface shape. For this example, you can practice submit the stack, vector, linked list, and array list. These 4 will be your tutorial. And thank you very much. This is all about today. Do you have any question? No question. Okay. Then I'm stopping my share screen to see your nice face all together in one window. Mansoor, are you getting cold? I'm feeling cold because of the central AC is very cool, So I need to wear the coat like Mansoor. Do you have any question like Chahio or Jadan, then Pika, Navid? Where is Askal? Askal gone away.
So far, not yet, sir.
Feeling well with Java or not?
Yeah, just need some reference again to execute the code. Yeah, maybe later we'll search for that.
No. Honestly, Pika, tell me honestly. I'm not, I'm here for helping you all to make you more understand.
Sometimes I feel confused, but
Why not you ask? Then why not you ask?
Sometimes I'm working too late with that. So yeah.
Okay,
I'm
after
asking
that,
to
the
other.
next class you can ask question. You can write the questions you have. Next class you can just ask me any question. Or anytime in the chat window, we have a nice hangout chat window.
Yes, we'll reach out from that.
Okay, now after this semester, you will have a huge course for next semester with database. That will be another paradigm of database dimension. So each and every semester you have to complete by all the concepts of this. Otherwise, you'll be pending. It will be a huge headache. Isn't Nuri? Now you can code it, from the when you go for the database. It's a tremendous way of understanding the use thing inside the database. That will be in the different mindset. That you will require different mindset to understand database. But honestly speaking, for your career, is the most important thing is programming and database knowledge to build any software system. Without data, software cannot be. It's not the graphic things that you will draw some pictures and throw away. The data is most important for the organizational. You have to maintain the database and you have to maintain the way of user interaction with the code and the business logic. So I'm requesting again and again so that you can learn. What more I can do for you other than requesting?
Sir, now we are studying, we finished C and Java. Okay, how many languages should we study again?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe not more that. But you should learn at least. You should learn at least some front-end programming like JavaScript, HTML, CSS. You should learn, but not covering the. I'm telling you, not covering this graduation program. The teacher will teach you this front-end programming. This EIO syllabus is covering only the framework of computer science, not detail in everything. You should learn Python for data science. And those who can who wish to go for security paradigm, is different paradigm, security, cyber security. Then you need to know everything. You need to everything, operating systems. You need to know the operating systems, shell programming, shell script. That is, sometimes you see that DOS screen. It's called command prompt. You have to be a boss of those languages also. Even you have to learn Linux, Kali Linux. So it's only the second semester. It's not a big deal, The big deal is coming through the next semesters. So get your leg very strong, get your shoulder okay. So you can put so many weight of learning, and don't go for this style. Okay, now you are doing. But teachers are giving lectures, we learn, so as small I can do, isn't it? As a smaller knowledge I can do to get the pass mark or get the CGPA. Real life is not like that. Understand?
Sir, could you share with us what is the most commonly, not really commonly, I know in real life they're using so many programming language, but do you mind to share what is the commonly used in a
Commonly
company?
used or maximum used?
Yes.
Maximum used, okay. The maximum used is in some areas for the business ERP like application. The huge application use Java. Java is, I told you, the Java is all the all the devices, the mobile devices, and so many devices we use this Java programming.
Yes, it reach out most phone and
Yeah,
also.
most lucrative is Java. If you go for the data science, Python is boss.
Oh,
If you go for this the hardware programming, like if you go for the Intel or producing any hardware device, so you need to write a driver for that. You need to go for C++.
oh, I see.
Mm. And one thing, everybody have the interface, like user interface. So commonly you have to use the web interface like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It's for every applications. The backend is, backend is for Java. Backend, some on the Microsoft platform, they can use the C#, .NET framework. They can use also the America also use the C# platform because of Bill Gates. And for random use, the PHP is very handy. PHP for the backend. I'm talking about the server-side languages: Java, C#, Python, and PHP. Like that. This is the most prominent programming language for the backend. Backend is for server side. For the client side is dominating the JavaScript. JavaScript and the HTML is commonly used. HTML is everybody one is HTML, and HTML you can learn only by one day. It's very easy. HTML and CSS is commonly used. For the mobile applications, some are used the native programming language like Android. Android is for the Android application. iOS used for the iPhone applications. But the Android also use the Java. iPhone also use Java. So that's why I'm
What is the difference between Java and JavaScript?
Oh, Java is for backend for the server side language, and the JavaScript for front end, like the browser side. That we are using Chrome. If you go for the right click on the, you see, I'm showing you by sharing my screen. For like aiu.edu.my, what is coming through your, this is the browser you are getting data from. This is the front end, okay? But how come the data coming from where? Coming from the server. But if you go for the source code, you see that it's JavaScript. You see the JavaScript code is visible. Because this is not compiled from the server. This is coming from server, is compiling in the browser. So that's why the browser side, this is JavaScript is called scripting language. JavaScript, not Java. Understand? Even the HTML is visible. There's so many JavaScript is there. The code is, visible. And we have some is a CSS. Go for the CSS. Is the CSS code is visible, and the source file basically the HTML. Everything is HTML code. Everything is HTML. So there is the two sides of the programming language. What is client side is called the browser side language. The JavaScript, VB script also was, but it is a dead horse, not horse. It was dead by Microsoft. The JavaScript owned the battle, and JavaScript is a tremendous way of doing these things. And you have to learn the JavaScript some framework, the renowned framework, like React JS, like Angular JS, Vue. It's a framework. For the Java in the backend, there are some framework. What is called framework? We use the array is not framework, but when we go for the collection is a framework because it's already built in by someone else, by the library, and you just only use it. Very easy to handy to use the collection framework. So the whole Java can be some framework we have, like what is called the swing framework for creating the window. And the most suitable, the world recognized the valuable framework is a Spring framework. A Spring framework is world-renowned framework for the Java for creating ERP solutions, a huge volume of ERP solutions. The Spring framework we have. So basically, you have to learn the basic things of the programming language. Then you need to go to the framework. Because why we need to go for framework? Because why we should reinvent the wheel? Wheel already invented. Now you need to design the car. Don't go for designing the wheel. Understand? So already they have built. Why should I reinvent again the new thing? Better we use the already tested, well-renowned framework, like Spring framework. And if you want to go for this Microsoft, they have the Microsoft framework, .NET framework. And if you go for the PHP have the Laravel framework. So I've told you so many framework, so many puzzles, Pika, so many workload need to learn. And if you go for the Python, go for Django.
Okay. We'll note for that.
And another thing, if you for the data, how to handle the data, go for the database. So which database you need to learn? MySQL or SQL Server or Oracle? The Oracle is the renowned framework in the world.
All right.
The almost 70% share is for Oracle.
Yes. Let me take note again and choose which one do I take. Is it data science or cybersecurity?
If you go for the cybersecurity, you need to go for the Kali. You need to go for the operating systems, huge knowledge.
Yeah.
And the Linux, Unix, you have to learn those things. And you have to have the programming language. Otherwise, you will be a technician.
Okay.
If you want to become a technician of cybersecurity, you can learn some tools. You can go for magic. I can hack using tools. It's no matter. It's not a science. But if you really want to be a cybersecurity specialist, you need to know the programming stuff very well. That means without the programming, you should not work in this the highway of this computer science. You cannot go.
Yeah, for sure.
If you learn a little bit every languages, for not mastering anything, so you will be a marketeer. Technology marketeer. You will be a technology marketeer. You can sell the product.
I don't want.
And if you go for the data science, there's a new dimension of database relationships between the to relational database to the big data concept.
Yes, sir. By the way, Chahi also asked a question in chat box.
Oh, I need to
He asked
see. Okay, Chahyo.
about
Is HTML
HTML.
is a programming language? Not like that. It's a script. Yeah, a scripting language. Like it's called hypertext markup language, not a scripting markup language. It's called the DOM, document object modeling, the tree structure. It's not a programming language. That's why we need JavaScript. In front end, basically three different things. One is document object model, that is whatever we see in the browser. This is the modeling called HTML. Another is styling the object. What object I need to more colorful, nice way to represent the accommodation, everything as style. Okay, and the programming part is for JavaScript. So we call this UX, user experience. Someone is called the UI, user interface. But now it's called UX, user experience, some design, some engineering. So design is for HTML and CSS, cascade style sheet, and engineering for JavaScript. Then UXD and UXE. There is a two dimension in the front end. So when you will go for the industry, you will face those things. Oh, do you know this thing? Or you will to know, no. So assalamu alaikum, go elsewhere.
Sir, how many language you know, sir?
I know, no, not so much. I know Java, I know C, I know C++, I know PHP, I know Python, I know JavaScript in front end, I know CSS, I know HTML, I know Spring Framework for Java, and I know Django a little bit, not more. I know Angular JS for JavaScript framework. I know MySQL database. I'm certified database expert on SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. I'm certified on Oracle. My first product, I sold it in 1999. I sold it in 1999 in Bangladeshi taka. You know how much? 150,000 taka divided by 20. How much, Muhyiddin? Maybe it. How much? 5,000, 7.5 thousand ringgit.
8,000 ringgit almost, right?
8,000 almost. Huh? I sold that product when I was in secondary student. I built this software using Oracle database. When I was in second-year student only, you know, I learned Oracle in first year, and I had a project on first year final project with Oracle and as well as C. The same business domain, same scenario. I picked the same scenario, inventory control system, inventory management system, and I built the 1 year student. I built two final projects that was using Oracle and the C. After that, in second year, I built a software by Oracle, and I sold it by 8,000 ringgit in 1999. And I got job from Samsung.
You earn so many money from that one, sir.
And after that, I sold another company that product with 5,000 ringgit.
Oh, wow. Okay. And by the way, Sir Cahyo, Mansur also asked, how many
How
years
many
did you
years did you
study?
study to learn Oracle for 1 year, Java for 1 year, C also and the 1 year, and C++ also one. That not one semester. We have covered 1 year. That was not semester like. For every the year wise of our study. So whatever we have the course, the whole 1 year I need to cover. But parallel, we have this programming language. Like I learned first programming language I have is called what is it called? Pascal. No, have you heard of it? Have you ever heard the name the Pascal? I learned first Pascal, then C. Sell your laptop. Why? First time getting money as BCC student. Chayo, sell your laptop. Who?
It's
I'm
like
going to
meme,
sell
sir.
my.
It's like a meme.
So real life, basically, I have a colleague in USA. He was in my team. He was a programmer in my team. I was the manager in Bangladesh, one university. It's called the Daffodil International University. I was the deputy director of the software development wing. The thing is, the one programmer, he is now in USA, and he had advised me the currently the trend since going on in the USA is the full stack developer. Full stack developer means from the database to front end. You have to learn everything.
Sir, are we going to learn any database in the next year?
Next semester, you will have the database.
Which kind? Which database?
I don't know if the course is given to me. I may use SQL Server because of the look and feel, nothing else.
Okay, sir.
Because if I go for the Oracle, that will be command based. You will not feel good. Oracle, everything is C like command based. But if you go for the SQL Server, then you can see the the data sheet. You can see like Excel. Why Pika is laughing, I don't know.
No, sir. Just some random talks.
Feeling inspired?
Yes, and also feeling like, okay, should learn more.
That
There's so
means
many things need
when
to
you go
study.
when you go for this what is called the some sessions for encouraging the foundation school to come with this computer school, how you will tell them now for the foundation school students?
We have some subject to study, social business.
Feel like when you go for the social business, think like, oh, you need to develop a software for the social business. Whenever I go anywhere, I see in different perspective. I see in my ways how to develop a software to solve this problem. Understand? Basically, when I was in Daffodil International University, I used to visit so many departments for chatting them, gossiping. Basically, within the gossiping, I used to collect the data from their process, how they are doing things. After that, I designed myself for this module. So what will be the interface? What will be the database, data structure? What will be the classes? What are the relationship between? I can visualize in my mind. The whole business process, I can elaborately tell you what is going on inside everything. The next class, I will show you the relationship between the classes. There are a couple of relationships. Then we can study and make your finest design for your any project, rather than only the coding.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, sure.
We have only 2 weeks more. So when we will get our the next?
When is good? Get?
We have only 2 weeks more. So
yeah.
How about the 2 project and 1 assignment?
I will declare today 1 project. That's a small project with this code based only. Using so far I have no, because I'm giving you practicing so that it will not big deal. Up to interface is okay, but you have completed the interface. But normally I will give a rubrics for that. So complete, maybe it will take only 1 day. That we have already covered. The practicing is, the tutorial is, whatever I'm giving you. One of them, I'll give you some scenario so that you can design your own code by using inheritance, using abstraction, polymorphism, whatever you can do. You have learned. Now you have learned the what is called collection framework, so that you can easily make a project. After that, next week I will complete window like, and I will give you a small project on that, like calculator, something like that. Okay, or you need to create some components like button, level, text box. You have to create the combo box like that. Okay, so graphical user interface. I'm not giving you tough thing, the connecting to the database and getting data. not like that. Okay. Because I told you this is a huge syllabus in a short semester. That's why I'm giving you some little bit pressure on you. I do believe that for the new student, it is very tough to accommodate everything in mind within the very short time. I understand. So don't worry about this, and I will give you very easy stuff so that it will be a big deal. But I request, I'm expecting your kind cooperation so that you can complete by time. This semester only this course is very core for you. Other than it's very, other 2 courses is easy, isn't it? No, not some pressure.
Not easy, sir.
Not easy.
Not easy, sir. The same.
Okay. So it's all about today. Thank you very much for attending this session. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Good night, Nuri. Why good night?
Sure. Nuri, come on.
Thank you, sir.
Naveed, most Pakibaz.